Hello, my name is Conchita. I am Awakening the Illuminated Heart teacher, and I want to introduce myself to you so you know something else or something more about myself if you decided to come to one of our workshops.
I'm also a teacher, like Conchita, and my name is Lorena, and it's an honor to be with you in this moment, and thank you for listening or see us in this moment.
We are Mexicans, we live in Mexico, our mother tongue is Spanish, so English is not our language, so sorry if we make mistakes with the English. We will try our best so that you can understand what we want to communicate to you. And we have been close to Drúmbalo for many years. I met him in the first workshop that I have taken with him was in '99 in Cuernavaca, Mexico. In that time, we lived some very interesting experiences that later he wrote in the Living in the Heart book. It was the first time that the Kogi reached him through a Colombian woman. So living all these experiences close to Drúmbalo for me was very interesting. That's why I decided to stay close to him, because when I saw him the next time, he explained to us what happened in that moment. And this is just that experience with the Kogi. That was the origin of the heart meditation, the darkness, the importance of the darkness, all that he learned from the Kogis. So for me was always have been very interesting being close to Drúmbalo all these years, 14 years that I have been close to him.
And for me was my first moment, the first moment that I feel Drúmbalo, because for me more than idea is feeling. It was 9 years ago. I started to read the first book of Drúmbalo, and when I reading in that moment the book, I feel all of my body, a lot of feeling and a lot of emotions that I feel that I was resonate with all of the words of Drúmbalo. Sometimes in that moment I feel that different things in my body and in my soul that I never saw in anywhere. When I start to read Drúmbalo's book, I feel that he puts in words all of my feelings and all of my emotion. I feel that I am part, in that moment I was part, and now I am part of family of Drúmbalo teachings. And since that moment, I decide to follow him. And not for the person that he is for the teachings, because now for me it's very important to share this information around the world. For me it's very, very important.
Yes, as Lorena said, it is this Melchizedek lineage that I also feel that resonates deep in my heart. Is that I feel the same. It's my family. I belong to this family. And it's very clear with Drúmbalo each time we hear him with his teachings, but also it's clear with the rest of the people around the world that we share this vibration, these feelings when we are together with people from different countries, from different nationalities. Is really like being with our family. Each time it happens always. Last time that we were together with a large group of people from different countries was in the Yucatan for the ceremonies of the 21st of December 2012. We have been with people from China, Japan, Australia, Europe, South America, Mexico, Canada, many different countries, South Africa. And that is the same feeling. This is my family, this is our family, this is the place that we belong to.
Yeah, it's the language from the heart, it's the language of the heart. It's not the language that we speak. If we speak Spanish, English, Japanese, or wherever, it's the same language. It's the language of the heart. This is our family. Melchizedek consciousness is our family.
And being close to Drumbalo all these years, having a very interesting, emotional experience in his workshops, but also traveling with him. For me and for Lorena also, that we have been with Drumbalo in many trips, it's a blessing really in my life, because in 2003 I did my first journey with him in the Yucatan. All these ceremonies that he talked about in the Serpent of Light, in the Mayan temples in the Yucatan, I have been there with him. In these ceremonies in the Yucatan, because I am Mexican and my language is Spanish, I was very close to him, translating, helping in the translation with some of the Mayans or some of the Incas from Peru, and in the main circle of the ceremony also translating from Spanish to English. And I learned a lot. I have the opportunity of meeting some elders. In that moment it was Mayan elders and some Incas that later I meet again. And in another trips, like in the Yucatan that we were together, we have a conversation very deep and very close with Don Alejandro, you remember for sure.
Don Alejandro Cirilo Oxla.
What do you remember about this?
He shared with us a lot of information from the Mayan, that this kind of very deep feelings that he learned through. He shared with us a lot of information that he learns from his grandparents, and he shared with us, and it was very, very interesting. I remember that moment, that and a very deep emotional moment. We shared, I don't know, probably 2 hours only, Conchita, Don Alejandro, and I remember with a lot of love in that moment.
And also in that journey in Guatemala, we met some elders from the Kogi and Arhuacos. And Calixto, Eugenio, Francisco are very close in our heart. We have deep experiences with them. And I remember especially one conversation in Lake Atitlan with Eric, with Grandfather Eric from the Hopi, that also asked me to translate with the Kogis and Arhuacos. Grandfather Eric, wanted to know about the ceremonies from the Arhuacos, because Grandfather Eric is studying the history of the Hopi, and he is very interested in finding the common elements in the ceremonies with the different tribes. So we have this meeting at Lake Atitlan with these 3 Arhuacos and Kogis, Calixto, Eugenio, Francisco, and Grandfather Eric. That was a beautiful moment. And later Eric decided to stay some days just with us. When everything finished, he wanted to stay with us in the place in Antigua, Guatemala, where we were staying, and we spent some days with him, and he invited us to go to the Hopi land and to take a group there to be with him in some ceremonies in the Hopi land. So then we traveled with Grandfather Eric and Jane, his wife, to share some special ceremonies, dancings, another ceremony of blessing the seeds that they received, the corn and the beans and all the seeds. Very beautiful moments.
Yeah, and also this is not only these ceremonies, the simple life, to sit together in the same table, to eating their food. This is simple and very significant. It's okay. Significant moment for us to share with them, because when we are together in the same table, we are very close. We are like a reunion of the family, and in that moment, Eric shared with us all of it. This huge information from from his tribe, and also Jane, because they belong in the same time, in the same tribe, but in a different clan, and they share with us what is about the clans, a lot of information that is very important to remember. What is the reason that we are now here in this beautiful earth?
And then we go to other sacred places like Easter Island to meet the Rapa Nui. Also there was Benito, this beautiful elder in the Rapa Nui that also we share some special moments, a very special meditation inside one of the caves that he asked me to guide that meditation. It was a very significant moment for me. This ceremony was to be there with Rumbalo to finish all the details needed to finish the construction of the Unity Consciousness Grid. And there in Rapa Nui, Rumbalo received the message that everything was ready and we need to fly to Morea as soon as possible for the last ceremony. He writes these experiences in the new book, the Mayan Ouroboros. So we travel, we take a flight, and we go to Morea to this last ceremony. It was February 6, 2008. And then we meet the elders of the Polynesian people in the Morea Island.
Yeah, we spent a great moments. Not only spend the moment is what was the significance of this moment. I remember that we do a meditation in Rapa Nui, and in that moment, the last moment that before to turn on the consciousness grid. In that moment, I remember that Rumbalo said, "This is not a regular meditation. Now we're going to move in a higher consciousness level." That moment was amazing. I remember that feeling to connect the grid and the earth, because the grid was finished, and the earth also is perfect. The grid was complete, but both of them need us, the human beings, to connect both. And that's what's an amazing moment.
Yes, I am remembering that that meditation that Rumbalo says is a change of consciousness that you remember very well. And recently, maybe 1 week ago, we were in Sedona with Rumbalo, and I remember that I said to Rumbalo, in those moments, the elders, like Benito in the Rapa Nui, told us, all our life with my wife, we were waiting for you, because this is a prophecy that a group of people were coming here to do a special ceremony, and we were waiting for you for many, many, many years. And they know, as you explained, as Rumbalo explained in the books, that we are that group. And for me, it was very special. How come these elders in these tribes were waiting for this group for years and years? Because the same told us the Waitahas in New Zealand. One of the elders also told us, my grandparents told me that I need to prepare and I need to be ready for this moment, to receive all of you, to do these ceremonies with you, because this was part of our prophecies. So living with the Mayans in Yucatan, in Guatemala, in Rapa Nui, in the Easter Island, Morea, and then also New Zealand, all these people and everybody told us the same. We were waiting for you all this year. Wow, this is like very, very special.
Yeah, and we're part of this great moment, and for us was an honor to be part of this. Sometimes we don't understand why, but we only trust in life, trust in the God, and we only feels our feelings and move that we feel that we need to move in that rhythm, and that's it. We do that.
All these years that we have been traveling with Rumbalo and doing all these ceremonies, at the same time, the rest of the months or the weekends, we have been teaching. Flower of Life workshop, Living in the Heart workshop, frequently in different cities in our own city, Guadalajara, but also in other cities in Mexico. In other countries, we were invited to Argentina, Chile, Spain, Peru, Colombia. So when, in any place that there is a group that wanted to receive these teachings, we travel to these countries and we go and do these workshops. Russia also. Yes, this big group of people in Russia that we did that Flower of Life workshop. So then when all this was complete with the Unity Consciousness Grid, Rumalo decided to start a new project, to start with a new group of teachers that teach the heart meditation and all the last information that he received. So we did together with Rumalo. Rumalo asked me, asked Lorena and I, with another teacher, to start this school and to do the first training. In that moment, the name, we didn't have the name was Living in the Heart or something like that, because we didn't have the name. When we finished that first training, is when we were together with Rumalo thinking which can be the best name for this new school, for this new workshop. And then Rumalo received the name of Awakening the Illuminated Heart.
And he decided to put School of Remembrance, and this workshop is Awakening the Illuminated Heart in that moment. And now this is the workshop that we are teaching, and we are sharing. More than teach is share with you.
Yes, it was real such an honor that Rumalo asked us to start with him this project, because we have been teaching Living in the Heart with him since some years before this, but he wanted to start this project. He said, you are the persons to help me to start this project, to teach the new teachers. So all these teachers that you can see in Rumalo website, all these new teachers have been in one of these trainings with us, that we have been the teachers for them. So it is really an honor, a privilege, something very, very nice in my heart to be part of this new school, to be part of this new project that Rumalo has created. So now it's not only us doing these workshops, there are many teachers in many countries sharing these teachings with the people like you that want to receive these teachings.
And it's an honor to be part of this, and it's an honor to know everybody, to see their eyes, to all of the teachers around the world. We know we in the moment of the training, we can share with them, we can feel them. All of them know us because we are with all of them, and for me it's a deep emotion to know all of them.
Yes, sometimes people ask me, do you know this teacher, do you know this teacher? And they are surprised that I know them because they are in Russia or in Germany or in Australia. And say, yes, they are my friends, they are my family, my sister, my brothers, I know all of them. And it's not only knowing, it's really a
deep connection.
A brotherhood, yes, it's a deep connection with many of them. Yes. So in this moment, we want to invite you, people from China. If you are looking to this video, this is for you. This is an invitation. We want to give an invitation to you to come to one of our workshops that together Lorena and I will be doing in different cities in China in the next June. If you are interested, you can find written a website where you can find information about these workshops, about the coordinators, about where you can find information. We are inviting especially you, people in China, to join one of the workshops that we will be doing there.
Yes, and thank you now for open your eyes, open your ears to listen this, and also open your heart for feel this. My heart now is open for all of you that you decide to be part of this family. Always, this family has an open door for everybody. And thank you for being part of this. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.